Hey everyone, welcome back. Tonight we're doing a shave with the KureNai Kamisori. I think it's the second time I've used this on my face. I think I've used it on my head once. And the soap is Storybook Soapworks Carnivale. I wish you knew what the scent notes were on this because it smells amazing. I've never used Storybook Soapworks. I've heard they're really good stuff. Regretfully, they are no longer making products. Hopefully they come back someday. I heard the owners are first responders, so with everything going on, the pandemic and whatnot, they are a little busy. So hopefully once things come down, they can come back and make soap. Because this stuff whipped up, absolutely beautiful. You probably can't see that sheen, but it's sheen, it has some peaks. I put in way too much into my bowl because, like I said, I've never used it before. Didn't know what it was going to be like, and I'm using a Kamisori, so I wanted a nice, wet, slick lather. So, this instantly, I can tell it feels good on the face. I don't know what the ingredients are because, again, it's not listed on the label. It just says Storybook Soapworks, shave soap, Carnivale. But this does feel really good on the face. So it must have really good ingredients. Let's see, you can't tell anything on this? Yeah, Storybook Soapworks, then like an A and a P, Carnival, and that's it. So, if you know anything about Storybook Soapworks, their ingredients and what base this is and all that good stuff, comment below. I really wish you knew what these scent notes were because this smells fantastic. And can still take some water apparently. Trying to squeegee it off of my skin there. We're working it in. And add a little suction cup effect to it. So I thought I had enough water in the bowl, but we'll add some more. So sorry, I thought my lather was hydrated enough. Fun times using products for the first time on camera, right? At least software-wise. So how's everyone doing this evening? Or morning, whenever you're watching this? It is Monday evening, day of filming. This will be released Tuesday. At some point. Okay, this is slick. This is really slick. Just trying to wipe it off my nose. It's hard to get off my nose. So, all right, on with the shave. So as I mentioned, this is the KureNai Kamisori. So this is just like the regular folding style. But this is the Kamisori. Still takes a half DE blade, which I have a crown saloon blade in here. I think I've used this, like I said, twice. So this is like the third use on this blade. Probably the last one. Forgot this is a slightly steeper angle than the other Kamis I've been using. Just look at this on residual on this soap is fantastic. Hope everyone had a great weekend. We went to Salt Lake and went to the Monster Truck Show on Saturday morning. Which there they had, social distancing to get in. Yeah, that's not coming off with the UN test here. It's barely even moving. So this is gonna take more water. but it's rinsing off very nicely. So, as I was saying, we went to Salt Lake to the monster truck show, Monster Jam. And we went last year and had a really good time. So we figured, hey, we'll go this year. Kids enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. My wife enjoyed it, as did my parents. So we figured, hey, they're going to have it again this year. Let's go down and check it out. So I went down, had a good time. I think the drivers were a little rusty. Because the tricks weren't as good as last year. There was no backflips. People were having a hard time doing wheelies and staying. And the trucks weren't as decorative as last year either. Like, we had Gravedigger, Mohawk Warrior, the Monster Energy drink truck, and a dinosaur truck was a Triceratops. The other ones were just like boring pickup truck bodies with a couple stickers. It was weird. Oh, they had Megalodon too, which is a big shark. So, and all the drivers were different. I mean, we had Megalodon Gravedigger last year, but this year Gravedigger was driven by a female, and she did really well. Last year there were a couple female drivers in the show, and they seemed to be timid in a couple of the tricks. Gravedigger just went at it. She was like, no fear, balls to the wall, let's go. It was awesome to watch. She was one of the most aggressive drivers out there, as was Megalodon. And the Megalodon driver and the Gravedigger driver were brother and sister. Sounds like their dad was a driver a while ago. So I think they probably grew up around it and kind of knew how to handle it. But oddly enough, the Megalodon driver said that he was having a hard time with his truck because it wasn't his truck and it wasn't his seat. So if you didn't know, when you have a monster truck and you're a driver, they mold the seat to the driver. And the driver helps fine-tune the vehicle to how they drive. So he wasn't in his truck or his seat, but he still did okay. He's the only one in the show that we watched that ended up tipping over. Last year they had tons of people tip. And he tipped on the very last event, which was freestyle. And he was the very last driver to go. So he didn't finish his time because he tipped over. But it was still very entertaining. The Triceratops truck, I can't remember what it was called, like Jurassic Warrior or something like that. He did a nose wheelie in the freestyle event, and he won the freestyle. Gravedigger did driving on display on the back wheels and in I think the freestyle event as well. But because of the front wheelie, she didn't win that event anyway. Overall winner was Mohawk Warrior, which is what I was kind of rooting for. He seemed to be the best all around. As far as the various events go. Now, if you notice with the Kamisori, I know some people, they've been used to shaving with a Shavette or a straight. They have a hard time with the Kamisori, especially going south to north. So I kind of hold mine like I'm holding a pencil. I just rest it on my index finger or my middle finger, put my index finger on top, just hold up my thumb and just kind of go up, use my wrist to help kind of go in the angle arc that I need. So as I mentioned, this razor seems to use a different angle than like the Kai or the Feather, any other Shavette style razor that I own, which isn't bad, it's just a little different. Oh, I take it back, it's the same angle as the KureNai Western style folding Shavette because of the same head. But as far as the Feather SS, Kai Captain, even the Dovo, Focus Slim, seems different. Not bad different, just different. It's looking in really good shape with that. Have not tried any feather blade in here because I don't have any feather blades right now. By feather blade, I mean Feather DE. Because even though this is a saloon blade, I'm still, it can take half DEs, you know, snapped in half. It just has to load it a little differently. And you can still drop it in, but you just have to make sure the tabs are pointing one way. Mati did a really good video on that in his folding one, where he revealed the identity of Harry Wong that sent him the folding version of the KureNai. And his Harry Wong is different than the Harry Wong that sent me this stuff to try out. Although, my Harry Wong will be happy to hear that I have a CJB coming, and I am picking up a Feather SS Kamisori as well. We had our company meeting last week, virtually, and we had a bunch of activities and stuff, and if you won certain activities, you got gift cards for stuff, and I won some activities, so what better way to use it? Gift cards than on Shave Gear. I think this blade's problem is on its last use with this one. It is done after this shave. Getting a little bit of look at that upward grip. The one thing I do differently with the Kamisori is when I use the straight razors, I never really relied on the scales when I was holding it. I've always generally just relied on the, what is it, the neck and the tang to do anything there. So I'm not having to adjust a whole lot on the grip other than on that south to north pass. This soap smells so good. I'm really digging how it performs too. Regretfully, I never picked up Storybook Soapworks when they were in business. Didn't hear a whole lot about them, but I'm regretting that now because they're really good. And I hope they come back. And if you guys know, like I mentioned, what the scent notes are on this particular soap, let me know. I'm very curious. I have no clue. It smells amazing. Right here's a bump that I've had for a couple days. Every time I use a Kamisori, I end up opening it. Maybe just open it again tonight. I opened it last night with the Classic Samurai. But if it bleeds there, I'm not going to count it as a bad shave. A little bit of buffing, because why not? Man. So on my last video I mentioned that Charles and I were doing a dual Instagram live shave, which we did, and that has been uploaded to Charles's YouTube channel. If you don't follow Charles, his channel will be linked below, as with that video will pop up, I think on this side right here in the card. We talked about Star Wars. The Mandalorian, so spoiler alert if you haven't seen The Mandalorian Season 2 yet. We talked about that a little bit. Just kind of a general discussion as well, because Charles and I hadn't spoken for a couple days prior to going live. There's some general shave talk in there as well. I think I used either the CJB or the feather on my head for one pass. I've done 2 passes with on my head with the both the feather and the CJB. I think I've done one with this as well. I honestly can't remember. Nice. The slickness on the soap is outstanding. Seriously, I think this was a sleeper that a lot of people didn't know about. Or maybe I just didn't know about it. Sometimes I hate getting Unobtanium because now I want more of this company's soaps and they're not available. Oh well. Like I said, hopefully they come back. Chin is always a hard area. One thing that's nice with this razor in particular is that, just like the other KureNai, the blade exposure isn't that much. So even though it's a Shavette, even though it's a Kamisori, I don't feel like it's super aggressive or super dangerous. Thing is, does a really good job in protecting the user. Now that said, of course, you still could easily cut yourself with this. You can overshave, obviously, as well. Ooh, super slick. All right. I know probably you that have been watching the straight razor shaves and everything else asking, why didn't I do the fool's pass? Because my hair doesn't grow north to south under my mustache. It grows that way and that way. So it goes at an angle this way. So fool's pass would just cause irritation. It wouldn't get you as close as going in and out. So I get closer shaves going the direction I just went. If I do that, go down to kind of go semi-across, and then this way to get the rest of the way. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could go up, but to get pretty much a DFS, I don't need to. A lot of hairs, right here is always a trouble spot no matter what razor I use. Do a little J-hook, get some of that stubble left over. Let's see, yeah, right there's a little bit left. All right. I've been fighting with DEs lately. I'm not getting the closest shave on a couple blades that I used to get really good shaves with. I don't know if it's because I've gotten used to using Shavettes. A little bit thicker blades that handle the growth better. Or what's the deal? I get better shaves out of the feather and the kai. Or the my trusty old single edge razors like my Saber. Thicker blades. Nice. So I think we're gonna call this good. I don't have the matching splash, obviously. So I'm just gonna finish up with my witch hazel and, because it's on the counter, star jelly. I will say something that's really nice with the DE style Shavettes is that they're easier to get into like the hollows of your neck because the blades are smaller. gonna call that. Good, we're gonna do one last feel. Let's see. All right. So obviously I'm not going to be linking any of the gear I'm using. You can get this on AliExpress for like 12 bucks. Or the like Storybook, Soapworks, buy, sell, trade, maybe, if you're lucky. And Craving Shaving. Oh, I didn't talk about the knot. The brush. Craving Shaving Soothsayer. You can get Charles's brushes on Etsy. I've linked his store a couple times on videos. I might link his store and obviously his channel. As well as the video, or the card for the video, where we did our Instagram Live. I think I'm gonna call that good. Let's see. Yep, I'm gonna call that good. So we're gonna rinse. I'll clean out my bowl and all that stuff later because there's a whole hot ladder left. You can tell how slick the soap is by how hard it is to rub off. Even underhydrated, this stuff is not coming up easily. And I'd say underhydrated for that little bit because it's been sitting here in the brush, kind of drying up. That's why I applied water between passes with the old squirt bottle. All right, so finish off with some Thayer's witch hazel, lavender, pretty close to being gone. I did do a head shave off camera before the shave, where I used Colonel Conk and the sterling brush, sterling bore. Still trying to break in that bore. Whew, man. Really close, comfortable shave on the face. Thanks, our jelly's almost out. So, we'll just do a little bit here. Sorry for the longer video. Like I said, I wasn't planning on needing to add additional water and working that lather again on my face for that first pass. So if you made it this far, thank you. Whew, that was fantastic. So anyway, guys, thank you for staying this long. If you have a whopping almost half an hour, this is a long video. I'm gonna call it good because this has gone on long enough. Y'all have a good one, and I'll catch you later.